This is the 25th anniversary of the Forbes World Billionaire list. It's also a record year with 1,226 billionaires. Let's break down the top 10.
Number 10 is Karl Albrecht, German retail billionaire. He's worth $25.4 billion. He moves up from number 12 last year. He's got a huge empire of supermarkets, discount supermarkets called Aldi, mostly all over Europe, but also some in the United States.
So number 9 on our list is Li Ka-shing. He's very familiar to people that have followed Forbes list in the past. It's his 26th year on the list. He's been on it every single year we've done it. He's worth $25.5 billion. That's $500 million less than last year, but because he did better than other people, he's back in the top 10 for the first time since 2007. He's also the richest Asian. He overtook that spot from Mukesh Ambani and Lakshmi Mittal, who both fell out of the top 10.
Stefan Persson, Sweden's richest man, is up this year. He's up from number 13 to number 8 on the list overall. And that's because his fashion empire, H&M, is expanding. It's expanding into countries where fast fashion is still on the rise. Of course, most of Europe's billionaires have done really well out of Asia lately. H&M's also expanded into countries like Croatia and Romania and Singapore.
Ike Batista from Brazil is number 7. He's worth $30 billion, same amount as he was worth a year ago, although he's moved up one rank from number 8 last year. 2/3 of his net worth is tied up in an oil and gas drilling company called OGX. It just started drilling its first oil offshore in Brazil. He vows that one day he's going to overtake Carlos Slim as number 1. We're still waiting.
Larry Ellison at number 6 at $36 billion. That's down a bit. Software's been slow. Larry, the founder of Oracle, has been getting with the cloud, but his big package software is, a little bit softer than usual. He'll be back though. But his big passion is sailing. He's going to be gearing up again this year to defend the America's Cup that he took from the Swiss last year.
Number 5 is Amancio Ortega. He is the largest shareholder in Inditex, the fashion apparel firm that owns the Zara brands. It's actually his first time in the top 5. And it's a little bit ironic because he actually retired as chairman. The company seems to be doing fine in his absence. Bernard Arnault, the luxury goods titan who runs and controls LVMH, he's number 4 again for the second year in a row. He's worth the exact same as he was last year, $41 billion. But actually his luxury goods empire has done very well. It's his holding in Carrefour which has pulled him down. So I've decided he should stick with the high end and stay away from the low end.
Warren Buffett is yet again number 3 on the world's billionaires list, worth $44 billion. Stock is slightly down this year in Berkshire Hathaway. Warren Buffett loses $5.5 billion. That's how much of the company he owns. I think what everyone's talking about this year in terms of Warren Buffett is because he's 81 years old. People are looking for some sort of definitive succession plan. And he was a bit of a tease earlier this year by announcing in his annual letter that he had chosen someone to succeed him, but that he's not saying who just yet. What he has said in December is that he is going to appoint his son, Howard, who's a farmer, as the non-executive chair. So he'll be sort of safeguarding the values of the company rather than running anything day to day.
Bill Gates, number 2 for the 3rd year in a row. He used to be number 1 forever, but he's worth $61 billion. It's up a bit, thanks to some Microsoft stocks, some very smart investments. But he's really spending all his time fighting disease. He's eradicated polio from India. And he's spending $200 million a year on a vaccine, fighting for a vaccine for malaria.
This year, the richest person in the world is Mexico's Carlos Slim. He's also on the cover of our Forbes World Billionaire issue. Despite losing $5 billion over the last year, he's still in the top spot with $69 billion. These days, he's focusing both on his museum and his charitable foundation.